That would just be so ridiculous. Love this name. Look, you guys, it's even showing up on camera. Oh, I'm having a contraction. Whew. It feels like this. My name's Ivy and I'm so glad that you're here. Today we're doing names that I love but won't be using. Some of these names are names that I had kind of picked out when I was pregnant with Marley back in the fall of 2017. Some of them are names that we just love, that we just, they're really popular or they just don't quite fit our family. So I'm going to get right into the video. So maybe if you're pregnant, you can use these names or get some ideas for middle names or first names or what have you. So we're going to get right into the video. The very first name, wait, if you're new here, I'm 25 weeks pregnant and I do have an almost 2-year-old named Barley Wren who we just love, and we ended up loving that name. It wasn't anything that we picked out seriously when she was born. We didn't know the sex. And so when she was born, we had to come up with a name. The name we had picked out before she was born, we just didn't feel like it fit her. So yeah, so she didn't have a name for almost 2 days after she was born. But let's get right into the names. The very first name that I love, this goes back to the very first name that I loved and have picked out in the fall of 2017, which was the name Milo. Our friends just got a puppy and ended up naming their dog Milo, which is really funny because we have a dog named Oliver and they have a son named Oliver, so it's just really funny. But it was the name that I had picked out that I loved in 2017, and at the time, we had 2 babies that were born in our really small town that we're from, and they both named their children Milo. And so once I heard that, I was kind of like, okay, if that's happening in my little town, then that means it's probably going to be a really popular name, and we just knew we wanted something really different. So we took that off the list, but I just love that name. I mean, you could have a little girl named Milo, like Milo Grace, like, oh, that would be so cute. Okay, the next name that we absolutely love is definitely for a little girl, and this was something that Jess and I, when I was pregnant with Barley, we just loved, and I don't really know why, but we love the name Leila. We do have someone in like our acquaintance circle that did just name their daughter Leila. She's just over a year, I think. But yeah, so that would be kind of weird if we were to use that name, but we just love that name. Both loved it. It's just so feminine, and I don't know, it's not super popular. It is popular, but it's not super popular. So that was another one we loved. The next one that we love is Basil. And I know you guys are laughing. There was actually this trainer at a gym that I used to work out at, and his name was Basil. I think he was like Mediterranean or something, but I just loved it. We obviously have a Barley now, so we could not do a Barley and Basil, but I think Basil is such a cool name, and I know it sounds so hippie and like people are naming their kids Sage, and there's a girl on Instagram I follow that just named her son Oats, and you know, there's all these different things, but Basil is a little bit out there, but I thought that was just really cool. I thought it was a really cool name, but obviously we could not have a Barley and a Basil. That would just be too much. The next name that I love, Jess and I loved this so much our whole pregnancy. I know we loved it so much because we didn't tell anyone about this name. This was the name we had picked out for Barley, and our whole pregnancy we had it, girl or boy, we didn't care. We were gonna name our child this, and that is the name Bode. We loved the name Bode. We talked about it my whole pregnancy. We just decided on it in the beginning, and then when she came out, we looked at her and we're like, she does not look like a Bode. And it wasn't because she was a girl, it was just that we didn't feel like she looked like a Bode. And since then, I've met so many people who named their babies Bode, and so I'm really glad that we didn't end up using that name, but it is a name that we just love. I still, to this day, I love it. But yeah, I'm pregnant. I'm very pregnant. Next one is Marley. I love this name. Not necessarily because Bob Marley, I just think it's so cute, and like, I don't know, I just love it. Like, I just picture this girl with like really long, bouncy, curly hair with this sweet little voice named Marley. I don't know, that's what I think of. I just love it. I love that name, but again, we cannot have a Barley and a Marley. That would just be so ridiculous. So That brings me to my next name, which is the name Marlo. I love this name. It's probably for a girl, although I think it can go either one. I did work with a girl at a healing center that I worked at, and I'm pretty sure her daughter's name was Marlo. But yeah, it's just not a name Justin was about, but it is a name that I love. And then the last one is the name Stone. I think that's such a rad name, girl or boy. When I think of a little girl named Stone, I think of like this little like surfer girl like with like long blonde hair, like that's just big blue eyes. Like that's just what I think of when I think of Stone. And little boy, I can see a brunette or blonde little boy named Stone. But again, if we had a Barley and a Stone, that would just be so crazy. So we will not. I give up. I give up. We will not be having a Barley and a Stone because that's just a little bit too much. We definitely love that name. There's quite a few other names that I would like to add to this list, but I had to save some in case we do a follow-up video. It is hilarious to see my husband's response to some of the names that I picked out, or like names that he's picked out. It's just hilarious. If you guys seen any of my videos with my husband, he's a funny guy. They're really funny. So stay tuned for that. If you want to see that, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and I will definitely try to get that video up with him in it. So he like makes fun of me so bad. So like my family is like very, very like hippie. I mean, it's just how we were raised, and his family is not so much. And so like I don't know, he just makes fun of, he just makes fun of that whole hippie world. Anyways, so his commentary is pretty funny on a lot of this stuff. But yeah, that's it. Those are the names that we love that we'll not be using. There's so many more I'd love to talk about, but some of them are still kind of, you know, a maybe. So we don't know. We don't know what this little baby's gonna look like. If it's a boy or a girl, we just don't know. So anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Hit the bell so you don't miss any of my videos, especially my upcoming ones, which are all pregnancy and mommy related. I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm so appreciative of you for just being here and doing life with me. And I hope these names give you some inspiration. Anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.